Hey guys, it's Rusty again with Collector Auctions, and I've got another CGC unboxing for you. Now, if you just watched my last video, you will have known that that order and this order both came in right together on the same day. I literally am filming both of these shows back to back, so separate them by a couple of days so I can have time to edit everything. But this order right here was a modern pre-screen order. It is 25 books, and it's a pretty small box, so we'll go over why that is a little bit, because I set this as a pre-screen 9.8. Now, the other thing that makes this significant is this order went out last May. It literally, the day of this filming, just like the last video, is July 6th, 13 months later. And I didn't know how to clean and press at that point. I taught myself after this, starting in June of last year, and it has saved so much money and so much time. I mean, to take over a year, 13 months to get these books back, but I sent these in to have them work on them, to have CCS work on these books. I thought they were in really good shape. I have since had a better eye on these books and could tell you maybe some of the defects that I felt like they could have gotten out a year ago. Maybe that has changed a little bit, but this was a year ago, and I was relying on somebody else to do that kind of work, and I used that pre-screen at that time because even though I wasn't sure, I looked at the values and everything back then, but not like I am today. These days, I look at those pre-screens and I see the values on the books, and there's books, yes, I want to keep in the PC, but a lot of these books I'll sell because I got to pay for this hobby some way. And what I didn't know a year ago was what I did about a year ago was close to what I'm doing right now, except I was having CCS work on the books. I do it myself these days, and trust me, when we open this up and we get out what we get out, whatever's left over, they will definitely go back through my own screening process, and I will see about reworking these books, one, and two, reevaluating the books and see what their values are, and to see if it's going to be worth putting back into the system and getting them graded again. So in that term, I'm not going to be disappointed by not getting things graded because I put this in somebody else's hands to work on them. So anyway, guys, let's stop this. Let's stop talking. Let's get into the books. And I was so happy I got both of these orders back on the same day, a day where I was off from work, because if these had come in the next day, tomorrow, as of this filming, neither my wife nor I were going to be there for a long period of the day, and I didn't want it was supposed to rain. I wasn't sure that I didn't want to have the books sitting there in the rain. Or I would probably have to ask one of the neighbors to pick it up and everything, but you know, you don't want to leave things on your stoop. You don't want somebody to walk by and say, I wonder what that big box is. So, all right, I'm looking here. Oh yeah, we did not get a lot of books out of this order. Got a big, okay, so no, we don't have a big giant box of raw books. We have two. So I've got my work cut out for me, guys. We will get into that, but let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. I've got my list here. Yeah, we got some pretty good books on here. Definitely some ones that maybe shots on goal a little bit, but hey, I don't even have to hide these at this point. These are all going to be 9/8 on this. And let's start with this one right here. This is Batman 406. I want to say I actually bought this at an auction. I won it on an auction from Third Eye Comics. So I think I own 2 copies of this one now. So, but that's real nice. This is one of my original copies. And as I've said, I guess I didn't say, these books and the books from the last order, they're all PC books. Books that were in my private collection for years. Not books that I went out to shows or picked up at the local comic book shops or anything like that, or ordered later speculating on. These are books on my PC. I was picking them out. At that point, over a year ago, comic market was just exploding. You would see these values on your books, but then you turn around and you see these values on what happens if you get them graded at high grades. I mean, the prices were insane. That's what got me into this. Selling some of my raw books just to kind of, I don't know, pay for the hobby was okay, but getting them graded seemed like what a great idea, and it still is. It's just you've got to be a little. I think you've got to be a little bit more selective with your books, and you can't get everything graded. I mean, it's just crazy. There's got to be a market for every one of these books, and I think there is. And I'm really counting on the market to come back a little bit, the economy to come back a little bit. But trust me, the books that are in this order right here are all going to be desirable books at 9.8. But that is really nice. Yeah, part 3. Trying to get all 4 of these issues as 9.8s. That would be a nice little. When I say easy, it shouldn't be. Nothing's ever easy or guaranteed, but it's only 4 issues. It's not like trying to do. Well, here's a good example: doing all 12 issues of The Watchmen. So this makes me happy. This is issue number 5 of The Watchmen, and original books. Right off the stand. Bought these right off the stand back in the day, or at least most of them. I think I had a subscription service. This would have been back during college. This is January of 87, so I guess this would have actually been the end of 86. Is that how it works? Or is it after that? Anyway, 86, 87. And just probably one of the nicer copies, but it definitely had a defect that I felt like needed to be worked on. So I think I'm up to... This is probably the 4th book out of The Watchmen that I've gotten back as a 9.8. So I'm slowly working my way there, although I'm still having struggles with issue number 1. Can't seem to break that 9.4 barrier. But issue number 5, that's a lot harder to get all 12. That Batman series is only 4 issues. So, all right, what else? I'm still covering up the grades, guys. Oh, we got X-Force number 11. This is the first appearance of Domino. Again, a PC book. I'm not sure what the... I probably should put values up on all these again on the screen. I don't know what the current market is. These books all, as I said, they went back out to CGC back in May of 2021. So it's been, like I said, 13 months later. Who knows? And the market has gone down. So I'm sure the market on all these is dropped. But still a nice key first appearance. First appearance of real Domino. Nice. Early Deadpool appearance as well. All right, what do we have next? Oh, X-Force number 15. I don't remember. I don't remember what the spec is on this. There was something. There's obviously some reason I did this one. Must have been at the time the price on this looked pretty good and very attractive to getting graded, but happy to get that. Nice. Yeah, there was nothing on the label there that said first appearance of anything. All right. Ooh, now I've got several of this run. This is Spider-Man 572. This is part of New Ways to Die. I love the villain covers, the variants on all these. And that's what I sent in. Let's see if I can get that light. Okay, that's a little bit better. And this, of course, is Bullseye. This is 572. And this is Anti-Venom, Freak, Thunderbolts. Yeah, I just really like these right here. And it's one of those, if the spec wasn't there, I really love these issues. I believe it's John Romita Jr. artwork. Yep. And that's a David Finch cover. I didn't realize that. It's beautiful. But it's a beautiful copy. I know I had several in this order. We'll see how many of the other ones actually made it through. All right. Okay, this is like the second one I've gotten back on this. This is Spider-Man number 55. This is the second print, the Webhead Patrick Gleason cover. I think one of my most recent 9.8 pre-screens. Maybe it was the 9.6 pre-screen, actually. I got this one back as a 9.8. So now this is the second copy of this one, at least I've gotten back as a 9.8. I don't think I had any luck didn't have any luck on the third print, the white cover. And I know I've gotten the first print back at some point. There's the invoice. Oh, so there's the third printing. I'm sorry. I guess it was a third. What's the white cover? If this is the third printing, what's the white cover? I have no idea. I know it was in the Walmart packs, but nice to get. There's a third printing of that right there. So in the blue. Very nice, very nice. And that's it. Oh, that was quick. That was real quick. That was, this is not, a highly successful order in terms of numbers that got graded. So let's go through. So the real part of this video now, guys, is going to be going through the raws, and so you guys can see everything that didn't make it through. This one is definitely one that's not working out in my favor, but look what I did. I set this thing at a really high level, and I probably did that because the values needed to be 9/8. Maybe the values at the time really dropped off for a 9.6, and I felt like I didn't want to do that. And I'm sure that's what I did. At a 9.6, it wasn't going to be worth getting some of these graded. I probably would have. I mean, if this was today, I'd probably have that same evaluation. Maybe the books may or may not have fallen in that. But also, these days, I'd be working on the books myself. So, trust me, every one of these books is going to go back through this process, and we'll see. All right, so first up is Spider-Man 671. It seems very thick. Oh, yeah, it is thick. 671. I've actually gotten this one back. I bought it at a show recently and got that as a 9/8. So, I've actually already have that in my collection. This was a reach. This one had some damage, and I needed them to work on it, and it went into. It wasn't going to be valuable at a 9.6. It was going to be valuable at a 9.8. This is 658. This is that white uniform. I want to say, isn't that the uniform he wore when he was with the Fantastic Four? But this one had. I remember this. It looked really nice, but then it had this kind of crunch going up the spine here, and I remember. A month or so later, I remember running across this book at a show, and I thought to myself, I'd almost like to get that book. I wish I had that book back, because at that point I was cleaning and pressing myself. I wonder what I could have done with it. Spider-Man 700 issue right there. Now this is a bummer. This is Spider-Man #1. This is the regular cover. It's not my favorite cover. That didn't make it through. One of the web heads did not make it through, second print. The Anti-Venom variant did not make it through for New Ways to Die. This is 571. Now this is a bummer, and you can guarantee this book is going back into the process no matter what. This is X Factor #6. This is the first appearance of Apocalypse. First full appearance. So that right there is a valuable book that will. I'm sorry. This is issue #5. This is my fault. Issue #5. This is the cameo appearance. So that book will definitely go through the process again. There's another webhead second print. Now this is disappointing. This is Amazing Spider-Man #9, Spider-Verse Part 1. All right, let's get into the. Let's get into the other box. And, you're not seeing me get upset over this. In a lot of ways, doing this process, even a year ago, I was doing it kind of the way I want to do it these days. I like leaning on these pre-screens to protect you. You don't need these books getting graded. If they grade below what, if the value is not there, you shouldn't get it graded. Basically, that's it. I'm not holding on to every one of these for the PC, so it isn't just a matter of just getting it graded. A lot of these will be for sale, and I got to take that into account when I do this. All right, let's see what's up next. Okay, so one of the copies of 362 did not make it through. They have, in other orders, actually got this back to me as a 9/8. I was on every one of the other ones. I got this one back as a 9/8. Very happy with that. I think I pressed one of them myself and got a 9/8. So that one didn't make it through. This is actually one of my favorite covers from that New Ways to Die. This is the John Romita, what's his name? Osborn. Oh my God, what's his name? No, it's the Green Goblin, of course. I'm completely blanking. It's not Harry. Harry's the son. Guys, reach out. Remind me what is his name? Oh my God. But here is the Alex Ross of the Green Goblin. What a beautiful cover. I mean, that's awesome. Can you imagine owning the original artwork to that right there? Detective Comics. This is the New 52 right there. That's a book that probably will not go back into this no matter what. I don't think there's really any value on that book, hardly at all. Okay, that's a little disappointing, but I have gotten this back before. Got a 9.8. It is Spider-Man 375. Beautiful Mark Bagley Venom Spider-Man cover. This is a book that I've gotten back before. I think I've got the 9.8 on this too. I had two copies of this. This is New Avengers #1. This is the Joe Quesada Virgin variant. Watchmen #10 did not make it through. Batman 407, and I'm still probably on the search for that one, did not make it through. And this one is Batman 666. It shows Damian Wayne as Batman, as an adult Batman. I think that's the key on that one right there. But anyway, guys, a lot of Raw came back. In those terms, it has not been a very successful order, especially to wait after 13 months of getting these back. There's going to be real good value on most of the other ones. Those web heads, the price has really gone down, but there's definitely some value in a couple of those. Hopefully enough to pay for this order. And then we'll move on. We'll get these books back into the system and see where the values fall, and we'll see what we can do with them. At some point, I'll probably be doing, I want to do a complete order of rejects and then send it back in. And we'll see what the pre-screen is. Sometimes it may stay in the same pre-screen, sometimes it may not. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But anyway, guys, quick video because it was a small box, and I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got some knowledge out of this. Hope you see my experience and can take away from that, and you guys can learn from it. I know that I learn a little bit more every time I get a box back in. I learn a little bit more. Maybe I need lessons. I need to have those lessons a couple times before it takes. But I guess my biggest takeaway from this is definitely learn how to clean and press yourself. Save yourself money. Save yourself a lot of time, and it also allows you to go back and rework a book, because you don't know how much CCS will put into a book. I mean, they're going to grade it no matter what. It's in the system. They may not go back after that first. They will. I think these were not quick presses either. So I think they're supposed to go back and kind of double check it and everything. But they're not their books. They only do so much to it. Whereas you can take that book and you can work on it some more. And at some point, you can decide not to put it into an order at all. And I've done that. I've worked a book several times, and I've come out and I'm just like, you know what? This book is not going to, I'm not going to send this book in. And anyway, that's what we got here. But we'll see. I'll show you the books when I do another order, and I'll talk about that when I get ready to send a pre-screen with another set of books that I had already gotten as rejects. We'll do another video. There'll always be another video. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed it today. Hit the thumbs up if you liked it. Hit the bell for notifications, because I'm starting to set these videos up and have them drop like the next day. That way the video is fully loaded and ready to go. Sometimes I'll be on there and I can make comments as I'm watching the show live myself. And other times it's just so I can get that video loaded at a certain time when I might be at work or something. So anyway, guys, thanks for everything, and thanks for the support. I'll see you for the next one. Take care.